Hello, I'm back once again with a brand new video. This time I want to talk briefly about uh, my plan as a teacher leader to help positively impact the culture of my school, ICS, as far as data-driven learning goes for the collection of data and then using that to positively impact on student learning. Uh, my plan has three aspects to it. Of course, when I'm talking about this plan, I'm talking about it in terms of wanting to reach my goal, and that is to ultimately increase student reading levels at my school, keeping that in mind. So the first prong of my plan would be to utilize the STAR reading program. Of course, let's start out every year with checking the STAR reading levels of our students, and then after we do that, we could then make some adjustments in our teaching for purposes of this project. I would like to see as a teacher leader the the drawing of more Asian literature and culture into the classroom, into the curriculum, and then seeing after we've done that for a while, then retaking and rescoring, reassessing the STAR reading test, and that way making those adjustments. Is it effective? Is it not? And if it's not, what else can we do then to help with this lofty goal? The second prong of this program would be adding a brand new help to our curriculum, and that would be the Accelerated Reader Program. We currently use this in the elementary school level for our school, and it's available for the middle school. However, we have not, as a school, purchased the program. Basically, what Accelerated Reader does is it takes the STAR reading level from each student, and then it basically records all the books every student reads, and then after they read a book, they have to take a small quiz on that book for reading understanding. And so this program then can monitor how well the students are not only reading, but how well that they are actually comprehending what they're reading, and you can gauge it throughout the year. It's a very neat and effective program, and it can become very handy and helpful to us trying to gather data and to use that data to positively impact student learning. So there we have two ways of actually collecting the data that we would use for the basis of my how-to plan as far as data-driven education goes at ICS. But the final prong would be, and this is almost as important as collecting the actual data, because once you collect the data, it's nice to have, but if you don't do anything with the data, what good is it, right? That's according to one of our, the articles that we read for this project. So I want to take the data that I'm learning from either the STAR program or the Accelerated Reader program, and then what I would do as the head of the department would be, after we got this data, I would love to have individual brief meetings with each teacher to see how they are actually implementing that data and using it in their classroom. So in terms of what kind of things will they be doing in their class right now to affect that, and then as I see those steps enacted, I could then judge whether it's effective or not as a department head, and we can make those adjustments. Of course, again, concerning the goal of this project, it would be more of asking the teachers individually, how have you brought the Asian culture into the curriculum? And here I could even give them specific books, specific authors, things like that, to actually insist that they start doing this, and then using that data to once again to lead our teaching in terms of, has it been successful? If we start to see a rise in student reading levels and learning and comprehension of reading, then obviously the program's working and we can go that way. But at the same time, if it's not effective, if the changes we're making are not being beneficial to students, then we stop and we make those changes. So, in conclusion, my program for having a positive impact on the culture of ICS to make it a more data-driven society of teachers would be, the three-pronged approach would be, number one, to use the STAR reading test that we already have in place. Number two would be to use to buy into a program called the Accelerated Reader Program, which could help us track more specifically the books that each student is reading and how well they are doing at comprehending what they're reading. And then finally, having individual meetings with teachers as a teaching head to see how well they're implementing the new plans that we have, and then to make those judgments based upon, okay, if they've used this program and it hasn't worked, how can we do it better? How can we do it different? So if we use those three tools, ICS could be a very strong, data-driven 21st century school. Thank you.